Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am.
Nino Brown Boxing, and I'm back in the building. Shout out to the WBC. Don't forget to hit that like button and please subscribe. Also, hit that notification icon, that bell, so you can get the latest updates on my videos. So today I want to talk about the WBC and the welterweight division. Shout out to Thurman International Boxing Channel. I watched some of his videos today, and it definitely got me thinking of how this whole WBC welterweight picture can go. He made a good point in his video, and he said he truly believes that Manny Pacquiao will end up fighting Keith Thurman in 2018. And then, you know, I sat back, listened to the video, and I thought about what he was saying. And then he also included a lot of the WBC's rules in this video. So, according to the WBC, the champion can be mandated to fight anyone in the top 5. Now, everyone knows how I feel about this whole Keith Thurman, Shawn Porter, and Errol Spence situation. And mainly my large amount of criticism that I have for Shawn Porter. So when it comes to the whole WBC, and we considering that the WBC can mandate their champion to fight anyone in the top 5, it got me thinking, like, it does not have to be Shawn Porter. So the Porters have stated in previous interviews that they're ready for Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman, he's all they want, or Danny Garcia, but Keith Thurman is the guy that they're out there looking for. They want that rematch. They're hungry for it, whatever the case may be. Even though Errol Spence has an IBF title, Shawn Porter's former, the belt that he previously held, they don't want that. They just want Keith Thurman in the WBC. And I'm thinking to myself, well, okay, we all will agree that Keith Thurman is going to come back and he's going to take a tune-up off of his long layoff and his injury. So let's just scratch that. But then it's also been said that, I don't know how true it is, but I heard that Keith Thurman plans to only fight twice in 2018. So, now you have Shawn Porter ranked number 1 by the WBC, Danny Garcia 2, and Manny Pacquiao 3. Now, the thing is, Manny Pacquiao is coming off a loss. He lost the WBO title to Jeff Horn, but he's still ranked number 3 by the WBC. And all this stuff has me thinking that Shawn Porter and Kenny Porter, they definitely put all of their eggs in one basket. I remember in one of the previous interviews, I don't remember who gave the interview, so my apologies. I don't want to say the wrong person or the wrong channel. But Kenny Porter, they asked Kenny Porter pretty much, what would happen if you don't get that Keith Thurman, Shawn Porter rematch next? And Kenny responded with, well, he's going to have to make some calls, and people are not going to want him to make those calls. But now, we're sitting back here thinking about it, and when it comes to the rules and regulations of the WBC, who is Kenny going to call? Like, Kenny Porter, he's not Don King. He doesn't have that type of pull with the WBC. So at most, he's going to call the PBC. He's going to complain to Al Heyman and whoever else is in that PBC office. But, the WBC, they can do what they want to do. When it comes to them making it mandatory for their champion, as long as that opponent is in the top 5, it's at their discretion. And now we're thinking about, okay, we already saw Keith Thurman and Shawn Porter. It was a great fight. It was a very exciting fight. I wouldn't speak against that fight at all. I enjoyed the fight, and they put on the show. But at the same time, people are tired of saying rematches. People want to see, a lot of guys mix it up with a lot of different opponents, upper echelon opponents. And Keith Thurman has said on record for many years that he would love to face Manny Pacquiao. Now you have the WBC, you have Keith Thurman, and you have Manny Pacquiao, and you have Shawn Porter. Now, if you're the WBC, or if I'm the WBC, and I want to put on an exciting fight that no one has ever seen, And it's not like Manny Pacquiao is Errol Spence, and you can hold this all for like 3 more years and make it happen. Like Manny Pacquiao, he's an older fighter. He's obviously on his way out the door. You know, he's over there in the Philippines working. So the chances of this happening the chances of this happening ever in a lifetime, it's either now or never. Shawn Porter already had the opportunity. You know, he lost his IBF title and he lost his shot at the WBC belt. Cool. We already know this. Who's the bigger star, Manny Pacquiao or Shawn Porter? That's easy. It's Manny Pacquiao. What's the fight that no one has seen yet? Manny Pacquiao or Shawn Porter? They haven't seen a Manny Pacquiao fight yet. Which fight is going to bring the WBC more money? Manny Pacquiao or Shawn Porter? Once again, it's Manny Pacquiao. Now, you know, you're not even considering, like, you know, a lot of us, we're not even considering if the WBC or the WBC gets involved and say they want to put on a card where they have multiple champions defend their title on the same card. I mean, you know, you can throw Keith Thurman in the mix. He's a WBC champion. You can throw Jermell Charlo in the mix. He's a WBC champion. I mean, the chances of Jermell Charlo and Thurman and Triple G being on the same card is slim, so I'm not going to include Triple G. But you get the point. You get what I'm saying. Shawn Porter is he's really a non-factor when you start matching up Keith Thurman with Manny Pacquiao. No disrespect to Shawn Porter. I believe he's a great guy, but the whole situation with Errol Spence has definitely left a bad taste in my mouth and a bad taste in a lot of fight fans' mouth. And the Porters are putting all of their eggs in one basket. So it's like, okay, Porters, what are you gonna do if Keith Thurman comes back? He faces his tune-up fight, and the WBC makes Manny Pacquiao his mandatory. Like WBC says, just because you're the number 1 ranked contender, that doesn't automatically make you their mandatory for the champion's belt. So that puts you know what, the timing with all of this is amazing to me. Like it's extremely amazing, because Errol Spence has a fight against Lamont Peterson in January. Now, hoping Errol Spence wins this fight. You know, hey, if you don't know, Errol Spence is my favorite fighter. Hoping that Errol Spence wins this fight. Guess what? If Keith Thurman comes back in like February, March, and for his tune-up, when is the next fight going to happen? Probably late summer. You know, Errol Spence probably will try to get his second fight 2018 late summer. And probably the same for Keith Thurman. Hopefully he doesn't get injured again. But what does that put Shawn Porter? Shawn Porter just fought not too long ago against Adrian Granado. It's like, okay, so Shawn, what are you going to do? You know that you're not going to be Keith Thurman's tune-up fight. So at this point, you know, Errol Spence is going to be free. He's not going to have any mandatories. Like, none of those guys are jumping to fight Errol Spence. Errol Spence will most likely be free June, July, August 2018. Trying to figure out what's his next big fight going to be. And guess what? If Keith Thurman is gearing up to fight Manny Pacquiao 2018, Shawn Porter, he just got pushed out again, bro. That fight's not going to happen for you. And honestly, just due to all of this ducking and dodging, and he's trying to make it seem like it's so impossible for him to have fought Errol Spence and then fight Keith Thurman, you know, assuming that he's extremely confident in his abilities and he think he'll beat Errol Spence. Like, why isn't it possible for you to fight this guy? But I'm not going to get on that topic because I'll be talking forever. But basically, the breakdown of this is Keith Thurman versus Manny Pacquiao, late summer 2018. Errol Spence, hopefully he beats Lamont Peterson, which I believe he will. He'll be available. Danny Garcia is going to find a way to become his he'll be his regular old cherry picking self. or he's going to lock in a fight right before Manny Pacquiao and Keith Thurman fight is made official or before it's announced. So now Danny Garcia, you know, he's been off for a while. He's going to have a fight. So let's say that around this time, Danny Garcia is going to be tied up. Now at this time, also Keith Thurman may possibly be tied up with Manny Pacquiao. Errol Spence will be free. Shawn Porter will be free. So my question to you, Shawn, who are you going to fight? You want to fight the best. You keep on saying you want to fight the best. But the opportunity to fight Keith Thurman, you know, is not 100% yours per WBC's rules and regulations when it comes to, you know, mandating a mandatory for the champion. Hopefully, people start talking about this topic. I definitely want someone to interview the Porters and hear what I want to hear what they have to say, or hear what creative excuse that Kenny Porter decides to come up with when people present him with the question of what will, according to WBC rules, Shawn Porter, even though he's the #1 ranked guy for the WBC, he does not automatically qualify for the mandatory spot to face Keith Thurman. What happens if the fight against another opponent, let's just say Manny Pacquiao, is made official? It's going to happen. Who does Shawn Porter fight next? Who does he fight next? And if you're going to stand by the bet, you want to fight the best, and the best is not available, and let's just say Danny Garcia hasn't fought since he fought Keith Thurman. So the chances of Danny Garcia being available around that time, 2018, is slim to none. He may just be coming off of a fight, or he may just be getting locked into one. But what are you going to do, Porters? Like, are you going to do the same thing that Amir Khan is doing? Are you going to stall out your entire career for this, you know, chasing after Keith Thurman, like Shawn Porter? I mean, just like Amir Khan was chasing after Manny Pacquiao. Because Shawn, you're not going to get a Manny Pacquiao fight. You're not going to get a Floyd Mayweather fight. The chances of you getting a Keith Thurman fight, like, it's in the future, but it doesn't have to be 2018. It could be 2019. Shit, it could be 2020, depending on how things go down. Especially if Danny Garcia, the cherry-picking Garcia, gets in there and let's say he fights someone of note and he shocks the world. You know, Danny Garcia has done it before. He has the ability to shock the world. Now, Danny Garcia, even though I don't see it happening, I really don't see it happening, but let's just say hypothetically, Danny Garcia was to fight Terrence Crawford and he beats Terrence Crawford. Do you really think that you're going to get that fight? Shawn, do you really think you're going to get that fight with Keith Thurman if Danny Garcia is coming off an impressive win? But it doesn't even have to be Terrence Crawford. It could be anyone. As long as that person is better than Adrian Granados, they can make that fight happen. If Danny Garcia was to fight Adrian Broner and he beat Adrian Broner, let's just say Danny Garcia stops Adrian Broner. Because, I mean, that's definitely possible. Shawn, do you really think you're going to get that fight? Yes. Did you beat Adrian Broner? Yes. But Adrian Broner knocked you down, Shawn, and you didn't stop the guy. So if Shawn Porter, if Danny Garcia can beat Adrian Broner, that will put him in a position to face Keith Thurman. That will bring more money to the table for sanction fees for the WBC. Like Shawn Porter, he's a B- level fighter. I'm not going to be disrespectful and say he's a C fighter, but he's not a regular B. He's not a B+, and he's definitely not an A fighter. When it comes to the top dogs in the WBC, when it comes to the top dogs at welterweight, he's definitely on a lower tier when it comes to that. But we'll see what happens. I hope this comes to fruition. I hope I hope Keith Thurman and Manny Pacquiao have a fight. I hope the Porters putting all of their eggs in one basket comes back to shoot him in the foot. And now they'll be on full blast when it comes to them ducking Errol Spence. This is Nino Brown Boxing. Shout out to the LDBC. Don't forget to hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe. I'm out. Peace.